Hey everybody, this is Justin here. Hey, I wanted to spend a little bit of time to kind of share some of my experiences with people about my time dealing with my mother's dementia. What I found in going through this process is that not a lot of people understand what dementia is and really the differences between dementia and Alzheimer's, and also kind of how to get a perspective on what is actually happening with the person. I'm not a doctor. I have no knowledge really of dementia before this occurred with my mother. All I can share with you is my experiences. I can share with you what I kind of went through mentally thinking about this, and kind of some of the conclusions that I came to. I'm sure I really feel as though dementia is not understood very well. I believe that people, before my mom had it, I didn't know what it was myself. I didn't know what the symptoms were. I didn't know what some of the things that occur. I didn't know what occurred in the mind of the person who has it. And in about 2008, the end of 2008, or kind of middle of probably middle of 2008, we pretty much kind of figured out that there was something wrong with my mom, and it's gotten to the point where it was really, really bad, and we needed to get a neurologist to kind of check her out, and that's when we had kind of figured out that it was dementia. Now, there's gonna be a series of these things. I think there's so much knowledge that I learned about it, but I want to make it short and quick. But this is the first one, and so first thing I want to do is I want to explain to you my understanding, and this is not a clinical definition. This is just my understanding of the difference between dementia and Alzheimer's. My mom, at the end of her life, we put her into a special care home facility that was meant for dementia and Alzheimer's patients. Now, again, Alzheimer's has been around a long time, so a lot of people know what that is, but a lot of people don't know what dementia is. And so basically, here's my understanding. Here's my understanding of what Alzheimer's is. Alzheimer's is a disease it's obviously of the brain, but when someone gets Alzheimer's, they tend to start losing some of their long-term memory. And so you'll hear a lot of stories about how, my parents had Alzheimer's, they don't remember me, they don't remember the kids, they don't remember anything about their past. And that's true. They start to lose some of their long-term memory. So it's, you don't remember birthdays, don't remember people, don't remember where they're from, things of that nature, and it kind of goes in and out. Again, I don't know that much about Alzheimer's either because my parents don't have it. But that's kind of the idea of it. They can go from someone who has Alzheimer's can, on a day-to-day basis, for the most part, do something at the start of a day, kind of do it, and then, might forget about it the next day, or might forget about it 10 minutes later or half hour later, but they're kind of engaged and they can have conversations and pretty much make, for the most part, sense about the current topic and the current situation. Now, on the dementia side, now this is what my mom had, and this is what I can say I know quite a bit about, is my mom, with dementia, it's a processor issue. Now, they will know, a person who has dementia knows all sorts of things about the past, and they can start rattling off dates and names of people and locations that are accurate, or pretty close to accurate, where you're like, yeah, mom, she's got it going on. She knows, her brain's still there because she knows all the kids' birth dates and when they were born and all that stuff. But that's not the problem with dementia. Dementia is a processor issue. So it has nothing to do with, you don't have any issues or problems with your long-term memory. You have issues and problems processing new information coming in, and also processing information as it goes out. So as an example, someone can, a person, if I have dementia, and so someone says something to me, so you say something to me, I heard you spoke words to me, and I even probably recognize some of the words, but I have a tough time processing what those words mean and putting them into my brain. All right, so there's that part. There's the processing part in, that's a problem. Then there's also the processing part back out, meaning, let's say I did understand what you said, or you wrote it down for me, and I read it and I understood it, and I have something I want to tell you about that subject or whatever it happens to be. In my head, I know what I want to say, but as I try to process it back out for it to come out in words, it doesn't come out the way that I thought I was going to say it in my head. Now, this is two problems. Number one is the person is they're not stupid, they're not dumb, they didn't say what they meant to say, or maybe they said something they thought in their head they wanted to say something, and they said it, but it didn't come out that way, but they don't realize it. And the person on the other end, you are sitting there going, that doesn't make any sense. Are you deaf? Are you, what's going on that didn't make any sense? And the person who has dementia is frustrated. Like, didn't you hear me? I mean, I just said it. But again, it's that processor part of connecting the brain in and out. So just quick nutshell, Alzheimer's, as my understanding, is you lose some of your long-term memory, some of the things that happened to you in the past, happens, over time. With dementia, you remember your long-term memory. It's really the opposite. You pretty much can know dates and names and this and that, but you processor part, the processor between someone saying something, you processing it into your brain, it's scrambled, and you don't understand what some people say to you, so you start to compensate by saying, yeah, okay, yes, oh, gotcha, yeah, this and that. So anyways, I hope this is helpful for somebody. What I went through, I just think people can be more educated, and I think, if I would have known now if 8 years ago I would have known what I know now, I think things would have been differently, but it would have gone differently, could have, maybe been better, but they weren't, and that's the way it works. It's not my fault. It's, the education of the society, education of doctors, education of people, for them to self-diagnose themselves in a way. But hopefully, if you're looking at this and you're reading this, this is helpful to understand a real life dilemma and a real life problem in our society of not understanding as our parents get older or as we get older, not understanding some of the symptoms and really understanding some of the ways that we can deal with the symptoms. So please leave some comments below. Again, I'd love to open discussion, and if you have an opinion on whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong, or if you know more about dementia here, please add it. Add it, link it to my video. Gosh, like I said, we can maybe build this community of people understanding dementia. So when somebody, like myself, can go, man, I just find out that somebody has dementia, you can go to YouTube, and this is a great medium, and go dementia, and these videos will pop up with me and with you and with anybody else who has some knowledge about how to make living with someone with dementia that much better, or even better, someone who realizes that they're getting dementia and what they're going through. I think that would be amazing. So anyway, thank you very much. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I'll continue to try to share some of my experiences with what happened and how it went.